Magandang umaga sa inyong lahat. Ako si John Francis Pulido from BS Cream 1 Eco. Ang report ko ay about sa projects of the LTO. In 2012, the Department of Transportation and Communication, DOTC, and the Land Transportation Office, LTO, or mas kilalang LTO, introduced the LTO Infrastructure and Information System Project, or LTO IISP, to boost LTO's efficiency using information technology. It builds an IT network to automate process like vehicle registrations, driver's license, permits, and apprehensions, while creating centralized database and connecting to LTO offices nationwide. This aims highly to simplify vehicle data access for tracing stolen vehicles and reduce reliance on third parties with estimated cost of 8.2 billion. So ito pa yung mga nagte-trace sa mga third parties, kunyari mga kumukuha ng kotse, mga nagnanakaw ng kotse, or mas kilalang carnapping. On number 2 naman po, on August 29, 2017, the Land Transportation Office or LTO began issuing driver's license with a 5-year validity period following application that started in October 2016. However, printer contract delays created a backlog of 3.6 million licenses which were proceed starting September 2017. Republic Act number 10930 signed on August 2, 2017 amended the Land Transportation and Traffic Code to extend validity from 3 to 5 years reckoned from licensees' birth dates unless revoked. Professional drivers and future enhanced security compared to the old PBC thermally printed ones. So dito po, sinasabi na nag-issue sila on August 29 na magkakaroon ng validity yung lisensya mo na within 5 years. And then nagkaroon ng backlog na 3.6 million sa licenses which were proceed starting on 2017. Then tinayong yung Republic Act na number 10930 and pinirmahan siya noong August 2, 2017 sa LTO Citizens Charter. Under Republic Act number 9485, the Anti-Red Tape Act of 2007, the Land Transportation Office LTO implemented its Citizens Charter on June 1, 2009 to streamline government services, reduce bureaucracy, and combat corruption, led by Assistant Secretary Arturo Lumibaw. The initiative involved data gathering, orientation seminars, and the creation of task force and technical working group TFTWD to establish service standards and monitored for compliance, including posting charters using IDs, installing compliance desks, and anti-fixing measures. 2. Revision were made in 2013 to 2014 with a certificate of compliance issued in 2013 and the TWG reconstituted in 2015. LTO earned 7 excellent ratings in Civil Service Commission's 2012 card survey, leading the ongoing enhancement that boosted employees and accountability clients. So dito naman po, nag-issue yung government na pinunta ni Secretary Arturo Lumibaw na bawal ka mag-fixer. Yung dapat hindi fixer yung lisensya mo. Ganon. Then sinurvey din niya kung fixer ba yung LTO mo o yung lisensya mo or galing sa LTO. Sa recruitment and selection, the LTO's recruitment process aims to open process aims to screen for potential corruption, avoid nepotism, and ensure merit-based hiring and promotion. It includes orientation on code conduct, work standards, and training in corruption prevention, promotions, reward integrity, and sanction misconduct. The procedural steps are so follows. Step 1. Identify unfilled positions and advertise by newspaper and agency posting. Step 2. Gather candidates for walk-ins and recommendation and insiders. Conduct preliminary interviews to observe behavior. Step 3. Assess suitable to reviewing education, experience, training, and civil service eligibility. Step 4. Administrator IQ, physiological, and other tests to evaluate abilities and skill and personality. So dito naman po hindi nila bawal kang mag-base sa nepotism or mas kilala sa lugar na hindi palakasan ng backer. And kailangan dun sa step 1, identify unfilled positions and advertise by newspapers. Dito naman po sinasabi na kung ano yung bakanteng posisyon and kailangan i-broadcast or ipaalam sa lugar or sa bayan na ito yung bakante na posisyon. So, sa step 2 naman po, gather candidates. And dito naman, kunyari, may mag-a-apply sa trabaho and doon may check kung pasok ba siya doon sa mga requirements na hinahanap doon sa posisyon na yon. So, step 3, assess suitability by reviewing education experiences, travel, training, and civil services eligibility. So, dito nga sasabi ko sa step 2. Assess mo yung experience niya, education background niya, kung may training ba siya or nag-civil service nagsi-civil service ba siya or nakapasa siya. So, step 4 naman po, administrator IQ, psychological, and other tests to evaluate ability, skill, and personality. So, dito naman po, parang entrance exam lang po ito eh. Kailangan mo siya makapasa ng entrance exam, neuro. Ganun po. And kung pasok ba yung abilities niya, kung kaya niya yung sa trabaho na yun. And then sa system of promotion naman po, the LTO promotion system advances employees to the higher position with increased responsibility and salary, prioritizing competence to build a skilled workforce. A personal selection board or PSB ensures objectivity in screen candidates. Supported by a merit promotion plan, MPP, the ranks promotion by criteria prefers to go to next rank employees, but those with superior qualification can be promoted. Competence is evaluated based on satisfactory performance, relevance, education and training, and work experience and accomplishments, and potential for higher duties. Aggrieved and next rank employees can protest within 5 days with decision by agency head. Then appeals to the Merit System Protection Board, MSPB, the Civil and Civil Service Commissions, CSC, within 15 window days. So dito naman po, dun sa una, parang merit based po kasi siya. So kung maganda yung performance mo and ahead ka dun sa iba sa mga ginawa mo, sa mga na-achieve mo, most likely mapopromote ka po. Ganun lang. Performance management. Performance management in the LTO helps align employees' goals with the agency vision, mission, and objectives by setting clear targets and monitoring progress to ensure productivity and spot issues like negligence. It promotes efficiency, saves resources, and builds resistance to corruption through incentives for honest behavior and penalties for non-ethical actions. So, dito naman po sa performance management is tinutulungan niyo yung mga employees na magkaroon ng goals, agency vision, missions, and nag-send sila ng clear targets and binomonitor nila kung binabaliwala ba nila yung trabaho nila, or kunyari may nakita silang mali, And then, pinagsawalang bala nila pero alam nila yung ginawa nung katrabaho nila na mali. So, yun yung negligence. And then, next naman po is Code of Ethical Conduct. The LTO's Code of Ethical Conduct outlines expected standards of behavior for all staff to promote integrity in public service. It's not just a document but a tool to integrated into operations, communicated and taught to employees through discussion and signatures. Adopted in July 2005 on national standards with inputs from the MANCOM, it was disseminated to regional and district office where employees signed off on it. Violations are met with serious administrative or criminal sanctions to accomplish compliances. So, dito naman po sa Code of Ethical Honor. So, parang ano lang din naman po, normal sa police. May mga kailangan ka na sundin na may rules by the rules yung galaw mo. Kundi magkakaroon ka ng criminal record or criminal sanctions to ensure compliances. So, involvement in controversies. The Land Transportation Office, LTO, has faced controversies due to corrupt employees who hire and work with fixers. So, ito naman po yung sasabi ko na ito yung problema na may fixer and then sa mahiga mismong galing sa LTO na nag-training ka. So, ang problema naman po sa LTO is hindi ka po naturuan ng maayos. Which is yung, kunyari mag-drive ka, si signal light, bigla ka nang, dapat ang gagawin mo is si signal light ka pa muna. So, doon pa lang po ma-identify mo na kung yung driver mo ay naka-fixer. Na maalam mo yung mga violation na ginagawa niya na usually pinapasok doon po sa training. Sa driving lessons po. Ayun lang po. Okay na po. Thank you po.